Welcome. Today we are going to look into the topic called variation. Many students lose easy mark in external exam because of variation. Today I will teach you direct and indirect variation using example of exam questions, so you will not miss this mark again. By the end of this video, you will be able to 1. Identify the type of variation, 2. Form the correct equation, 3. Solve example of external equation. So let's start. In mathematics, variation shows the relationship between two or more quantities. There are 4 major types you should know. 1 is direct variation, 2 is indirect variation. The other types of variation is joint variation and partial variation. That is to say that we have about 4 major types of variation. But our focus in this video will be on direct and indirect variation. So let's look at what is direct variation first. When one quantity increases and the other also increases, or both decreases, we call it direct variation. Example of direct variation is if y varies directly as x and y equals 12 when x equals 4. Find y when x equals 10. Now, we can solve this mathematically by writing an equation of direct variation. We change it to a simple equation and solve it to get the value that we are asked to solve. First, we are going to write this as equation, which the equation says that y varies directly as x. So in simple equation, we can write y equals k times x. We are going to solve the simple equation by substituting the value given. The value given is y equals 12 as where y is equals x is 4. So x is 4. Then we are going to solve this simple equation to find k. To find k, we're going to divide both sides by 4 as k equals 12 divided by 4, which equals 3. Then we are going to use this value of k to rewrite the equation connecting y and x. This is equation connecting y and x. So after this, we are going to substitute the value of x into this equation to find the value of y. Therefore, y equals 30. So when x equals 10, y equals 30. So let's recap what we have done so far. In direct variation, the equation of direct variation is always one quantity equals another quantity multiplied with the constant. This is equation of direct variation or formula of direct variation. And before you substitute the value, you have to substitute the first group of value in order to find the constant. Once you find the constant, you write the formula connecting the two quantities, and then you go ahead to solve the remaining equation. Now let's look at the other types of variation, which is the inverse variation or indirect variation. We are going to look at the example and see how this is solved. Example says if y varies inversely as x and y equals 6 and x equals 5, find y when x equals 15. So first of all, you're going to write the formula or equation of indirect variation as y varies inversely as x. Then we are going to change this into simple equation as y equals k all over x. K is the constant. Now we are going to go ahead to substitute the value. Y is 6 equals x is 5, that is k all over 5. Then we're going to solve this to find k. K will be equals to 6 times 5, which is equals to 30. Now we're going to use this value of k to write the formula connecting y and x. So then we are going to substitute the value of x to find y. Y equals 2. So now let's recap what we have done so far. If y varies inversely as x and y equals 6 when x equals 5, find y when x equals 15. So first of all, we write the equation of inverse variation as y varies inversely as x, and we put it into simple equation as y equals k all over x. K is always the constant. To find the value of k, which we substitute the first group of value, which is 6 and 5. So we have where y is, we put 6, where x is, we put 5. Therefore k equals, when you cross multiplication, you see that k equals 6 times 5, which is 30. The formula connecting x, y and x is y equals 30 all over x, y equals 2. Now we want to look at common mistakes that most students do when they are trying to solve problems on direct and indirect variation. Common mistakes. One is students wrongly use y equals kx as indirect variation instead of y equals k over x. If you use this as indirect, it is wrong. So this is direct variation and this is indirect variation. Using this as the indirect variation is wrong. This is direct variation and this is indirect variation. Thank you. If this video helps you understand direct and indirect variation, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In our next video, we will treat question on joint variation and partial variation.